Looking to trade your old bulk for some of the latest Pokemon booster boxes? Well, check ccgcastle.com. The process is very simple. Send in 1400 cards and get a brand new sealed booster box back. We ship boxes worldwide for free once we get your cards. Make sure to check video description or check ccgcastle.com for more information. How's it going, Pokefans? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at one very funny deck that I decided to build for the standard format. So I'm just want to say that this is not a competitive deck. It's not built to be competitive. I just like Charizard, and basically I decided to try build Charizard deck without evolutions and without evolving. So basically I decided to play Charizard with Hog, Ethereal Flame GX, which allows you to put 3 Fire Pokemon EX or GX from your discard pile on your bench. And with Kiavi, you can basically power up 4 energies to your Fire Pokemon. And once you do that, you can go with the Crimson Storm for like 300 and one-hit knockoff pretty much anything that's in the current standard format. So 250 HP Charizard, it's a stage 2, but as I mentioned, it can easily be pulled from the discard pile on the bench with Hog GX attack. And once we do that, we just need to power him up. The bad side about Kiavi is the fact that you unfortunately need to end your turn once you attach 4 energies from your deck to one of your Fire Pokemons in play. That's the huge disadvantage. But still, for example, you can play this with energy switches or something like that. Or maybe with the Ninja Boy. But if we play Ninja Boy, we cannot go from Hog to the Charizard. And that's the bad thing. So I'm running 13 Pokemon, 35 training cards, and 12 energies. 4 copies of Hog, 2 copies of Charizard GX, 2 Volcanions, 1 Tapu Koko, and 4 copies of Tapu Lele. So yeah, this is pretty much for entertainment deck, as I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. I was very confused the first time I played yesterday against Hog GX, and when I strike my opponent Hog with my Kingdra, I was surprised that Hog was not knocked out, and then later I actually saw that he's weak on the lighting, which is just interesting. I'm not sure since when he's weak on the lightings. In the past, I know that the Hog was always weak onto the water. Against weakness with the Charizard against water Pokemons, we have something like Altar of the Sun. So as long as we have Altar of the Sun in play, we don't need to worry about being strike for the weakness. Item cards, of course, running 1 copy of Escape Rope, 1 copy of Field Blower, 2 Max Potions. Why not? Just because it's a good card and it can buy us a turn. Playing Max Potion to the active Charizard maybe, and then simply using that Kiavi to the benched one, as for example. 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher, so we can basically put Pokemon immediately from discard pile back into our hand. I'm also running 4 copies of Super Road. It's an overkill, I know. Too many Super Roads, but you really want to have option to recycle those energies, so you can just power up your Pokemons with Kiavi once again. 2 copies of Timer Ball. If you're wondering why I'm running 2 copies of Timer Ball, mainly because I can Timer Ball for my Charizard GX, and then with the Ultra Ball or Sycamore, I can pretty much easily discard those Charizard and then easily pick them up with the Eternal Flame GX. More than that, running also regular 4 copies of Ultra Ball and 2 copies of Altar of the Sun. Supporter line is a little bit different. This time I'm running 2 copies of Guzmas, so I can basically switch my opponent benched Pokemon with his active Pokemon, and then I can switch my active Pokemon to my benched Pokemon. Just in case if I don't have Flowstone or Escape Rope, I decided to attack 1 Tapu Koko because he have free retreat. In addition to that, for extra draw support, I'm running 2 copies of Hala because once I use my GX attack, and probably I'm going to do that on my turn 1, I can just shuffle my hand back into my deck, and then if I use my GX attack, I draw 7 cards, if not draw 4 cards. So I actually kind of like this card. 4 copies of Kiavi, of course. Search your deck for up to 4 Fire Energy cards, and then attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Your turn ends. Yeah, I mean, it's a good card, especially with the Tapu Lele for the turn 1. Even in the late game, in the mid game, it can be good, especially because I'm running those max potions, so I can easily recover and heal all damage counters from my active Pokemon in exchange to play that Kiavi. 4 copies of N, and also 4 copies of Professor Sycamore in addition with Hala for that extra draw support. 2 copies of Floatstone so I can have that chance and the option to have a free retreat. And huge amount of energy cards, of course. I'm running 12 fire energies in total. As I mentioned, it very entertainment deck. So if you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check tcgcastle.com. Also with the TCG SM3 code, you can get 5% discount on your first purchase. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know also what you think about this funny idea in the comments below. I think that this deck can also be tweaked a little bit better if somebody decides to spend like 5, 6, 7 hours playing it. I think it can be even much better, for example, but you need to test it a lot. But overall, there's 2 different problems with the deck. The first one is Kiavi and that energy attachment. And then the second problem is that energy cost with Charizard. You actually need to pay like 3 energies in order to use that Crimson Store. But anyways, I managed to win a game with this build, so I'm actually going to show you in today's video. So yeah, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. So see you in the game. Okay, so I'm very excited about new set, and this is the 3rd deck that I'm gonna basically play and show on my channel. Plenty of fire energy cards, not a single basic Pokemon. This would be pretty good opening hand in my opinion if I was able to go first with Ho, for example. Oh, yeah. Okay, this opening hand actually stings a lot. Okay, not the end of the world, that's for sure. Double Tapu Koko on the other side, so flying flip all around the board. And 1 Tapu Layla GX for my opponent. Looks like I'm gonna be forced to play my Sycamore for 7 at my turn 1. At least I will have that Charizard in my discard pile, so that's something. Murkrow and Necrozma with the Max Elixir and no energy card. Ding ding ding, another Max Elixir, no energy cards for my opponent at this moment, so that should be very frustrating for my opponent. Ooh, what a nice top deck. That was actually a very nice top deck, so I'm thinking about playing that Escape Rope. And I can't put my Charizard in my discard pile. And since this is the deck for the entertainment, I'm definitely thinking about playing my Kiavi for now. Yeah, we can do that. Three energies sounds like enough. So I don't need more than 3 energy cards, and it's my opponent's turn. Yep, 3 energies on my Ho. I'm ready to attack with him next turn if I want, but mainly I'm going to use my... Oh no, I lost my Charizard again. And only 4 cards right now for me. Oh, there's a max potion. Okay, the things actually changed a little bit here, so I guess I'm just going to snipe my opponent Murkrow for like a 50. That's just gonna be it. I mean, Kiavi is a good supporter card, but unfortunately your turn needs to end once you attach 4 energy cards to your Pokemon. It's a good one, but still, when you're forced to end your turn, that's a huge disadvantage. But overall, I have 4 energies available, which means I can start to attack with my Hawk if I want for like 180, which means I can even knocks out that Necrozma with a single shot. Yeah, interesting. There's a Charizard in my hand. Let's see what we can find with the Tarmo Ball. Pretty much another Charizard. Okay, at this moment, I actually had 2 Charizards, but I'm definitely going to use my Secret Fire for the knockout against that Murkrow on the bench for the first prize. Hopefully it's going to be just another Kiavi. Alright. Well, if I can find Ultra Ball, I'm gonna be happy, that's for sure. But so far, my opponent didn't find too many energy cards, and he can basically strike me for like 230 with that Black Ray GX. Oh, actually for 130 and 100 to my Tapu on the bench. Which means only one thing. I'm going to respond back with my Phoenix Burn for the knockout. Not even looking forward for now to heal my Tapu Lele on the bench. Okay, so there is Ultra Ball for 2 Psychic Energies and probably for another Necrozma. No, it's for the Honkroo. Okay, so right now this bad boy will actually just knocks at my Hawk with double Course Energy, of course, with the Ravenclaw. Maybe not, we shall see. He still needs that double Course Energy card. Okay, Professor Skukui sounds like a good idea, because he have Choice Band available, and basically he can even fly flip around and knocks out my Hawk if he wants. Alright, so 140 because I'm weak on the lighting. Yeah, that's interesting that actually Hawk is weak on the lighting Pokemons. Alright, so we can play something like a Max Potion. Of course, I can put another Hawk in play. Time to use my Super Road to recycle some of the energy cards back into my deck. And 1 Kiavi, so I can put 4 energy cards down to my Hawk, of course, and pass my turn back to my opponent. Yep, he can fly flip again for like 50 and spread some damage counters to my benched Pokemons. I'm still hoping to get that Ultra Ball so I can maybe put my Charizard in play, but looks like that's not gonna happen for now. There's another Ultra Ball, which is going to be for another Necrozma. Alright, and 1 Wiki. So each player counts the number of the cards in their hand and draw that many. So I actually managed to pull a Floatstone, which is a good one. I can have that retreat. Oh, nice, there is Charizard finally. Finally Zard in my discard pile. So I'm thinking about playing that Sycamore for 7. Well, time to discard that with a Field Blower. Retreat down to my Ho-Oh and put another Ho-Oh in play. And let's just use that GX attack so we can put that Charizard on the bench. There we go. So 250 HP Charizard with that powerful Crimson Storm attack for 300. So that's very, very insane. Another Max Elixir, but unfortunately no sign of energy for my opponent and just Flying Flip. Alright, that's definitely a nightmare for my opponent. So Honkroo is still not able to knock out my Ho-Oh, so I can definitely play my Kiavi and attach some fire energy cards down to my Charizard. And then my turn. Next turn I can Sycamore for 7, which I'm probably going to do. I can, of course, knock out my opponent Tapu Koko and then end the game with my Charizard, but I just need to find that Guzma. So I can hit for 300 with my Crimson Storm, and that's pretty much gonna be it. So another 20 to all of my Pokemons in play. Time for that Sycamore, and time for the fresh hand of 7 new cards. Alright, so let's go with the Super Oath. And then with the Ultra Ball, so I can just discard some of the cards from my hand. Yeah, Phoenix Burn for like 180. It's enough for the knockout, which means next turn I actually have Guzma available, and with my Guzma, I can Lysander my opponent, Necrozma on the bench, and hit him for like 300. And that's pretty much it. That will be enough for the knockout against that Necrozma. Of course, if my opponent can't end me, then the game is over, but let's just wait for a moment and see what else can happen here. Huncrew can go for like Raven's Claw, 10+10 for each damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon, which means he has so many options available to go and one-hit knock on my Hawk without too many problems. But as for example, he can also with Lysander knocks out my Charizard, but luckily he didn't have that card available in his discard pile, and there is a special charge for some double course energies. Of course, my Hawk will be knocked out right now, but I have 2 Guzmas in my hand, so I can basically end the game. 340 damage counters, that's a plenty of damage counters if you're gonna ask me. Time for my Tapu Koko, and time for my Guzma to be played against my opponent Necrozma. I guess I can attach 1 more energy down to my Charizard and ends this game with Crimson Storm for like 300, which is more than enough to one-hit knock out any Pokemon that currently exists in the standard format, so that's the GG.